Hey guys, what's going on? It's 21 Maxwell here and welcome to episode 68. Yep, but it's 68 now. It's incredible how many episodes we've got to of the TNA TEW series. It's another episode of Impact as we are just 2 weeks away from TNA Blood and Thunder, the November pay-per-view. A little bit of news. Apparently I still haven't got my Spike TV deal sorted, so I've went into negotiations to ask to extend it. If not, if they reject me within the next couple of days, I'm going to panic and try and get Impact on somewhere else. But we could be in a bit of a pickle where we don't have a TV show and only pay-per-views for 3 months. So I don't know how that's going to affect the series, but we'll see what happens. But that could be interesting, especially with the amount of wrestlers on written contracts. We will obviously, I think we still might have a show, but it'll be on a very small network, and it wouldn't be even in the USA. So that'll be interesting to see, because obviously you can't get networks and that sorted. And part of the four chances you get, which I believe is November. I can't even mind the rest. I think it's like March or something, but they kind of months. So we need to wait and see what happens with that. But let's be positive, you know. Let's go on a good show here. I say 3 pre-show segments, 14 segments. I've decided to book it this week in Gainesville, Georgia, in the southeast region in the O'Connell Centre, just to try and get the southeast up a wee bit and hopefully have a knock-on effect with some of the other regions round about there and try and push up them before we try and work about the other regions and get them up to getting us to national. So as I say, it's another week. It's a couple of big matches, you know. We've certainly went all out here. We've got Kota Ibushi in action. We have Shinsuke Nakamura in action, and we have an awesome main event of CM Punk versus Harry Smith. So here we go, guys. I hope you enjoy another episode of Impact Wrestling. So it's good to see we've started off with a crowd of 10,468. That's positive. It's a good crowd. Hopefully that'll get a good gate in for TNA. Pre-show, first match. In the match had some good action, but not much in the way of heat. Brian Cage continues his impressive run on pre-show. Defeated Davey Richards in 809 by pinfall with a total eclipse, a 65C. Decent kind of mid-card match. Brian Cage is improving his performance skills, so anything that gets him a little bit over in this improves his skills is perfect for when he comes to the main roster. We may wait to 2016 to debut, but if he keeps this up, he can only be a good addition for the X Division in 2016. Next up, in an awful match that was completely devoid of heat, Rebby Sky defeated Alex Thatcher in 625 by pinfall. This match brought the crowd's mood down because it only got a 24E. Rebby Sky is an interesting one. She seems to have all the stats, bar in-ring stuff, so I'm unsure how I'm going to push her, hence I'm putting her in these kind of matches to trial her. Pardon me, but we'll see what happens with her and where she goes down the line. Hopefully we can get her to improve. That's a bit of a shame that was the rating. And the final match, and about it featured great action and average heat, and actually quite a disappointing score. Chris Hero defeats AR Fox in 10-10 with a death blow. Chris Hero's not on the show, so I thought let's put him in the pre-show, try and at least get AR Fox a good match out of him. But a 66C plus is very disappointing. And Chris Hero's improving his performance skills, but I hoped that had been a wee bit better. So now onto the proper show. Cameras take us backstage where CM Punk gives a heartfelt promo in which he sincerely apologises to the fans. This is basically Punk coming out and saying I'm apologising for all the crap that the fans have to see with the Resistance, but I'm going to make sure the Resistance go away. Him, Kota Ibushi and Shinsuke Nakamura will make sure that the Resistance will be no more. And I get a 92A, so that was a positive start to the show. Steve Austin then comes out and books the opening contest, which will be a match between Kota Ibushi and Drew Galloway. That gets a 70C. I was kind of hoping Austin would get a better rating than that, but we'll take it. And that match, say, starts the show. Oh, I went and booked that. I meant to say it should be Ricochet. It should have been. So it's and about it features great action and average heat. Kota Ibushi defeats Ricochet in 8:59 by pinfall with a Golden Star Press. That was a 74B-. It's a little note that you should always make sure and look over what you're booking. I think I was initially going to go with Drew Galloway, and then thought this is too good a match that I have to put on Ibushi and Ricochet. It's a good match with them. No skill improvements, but it makes Ibushi look strong. It also puts Ricochet in a good match, and yeah, it's all wins in my opinion. A good solid opener. And the match had some good action, but not much in the way of heat. Morrison defeated Brother Devon in 7:41 by pinfall with a Starship Pain following interference from Joey Ryan. 58C- is pretty disappointing, but the plan was to get Morrison and Joey Ryan over, get them, you know, under the skin of Team 3D, and that improves the New York versus Hollywood storyline. More skill improvements, but hopefully that'll help the storyline as it progresses. Steve Austin comes out from a promo, but he's interrupted by Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe addresses Steve Austin with a list of recent slights before announcing that he's going on strike until his contract is terminated. I've done him for Samoa Joe, so I'm going to put him in a kind of angle where he's against the authority. He's not booked for the next pay-per-view, but he is one of my main draws and one of my main guys. So I'm going to go with a kind of pissed off angle, and we'll try and work something out. I have no idea where this angle is going to go, but that's planting the seeds for hopefully something to come, because you can never tell what wrestlers will become available, and you never know who could appear and help Steve Austin. So I get a 74B-, a good rating there. As I said in the last episode, I was unsure where I was going with the Knockouts division, so I decided to have a big battle royal to see who was going to be the #1 contender to take on Amazing Kong at the pay-per-view. So in a bout that featured solid in-ring action, but not much in the way of heat, Mickie James won the battle royal in 10 minutes and 2. The other members of the final four were Beth, Melissa and Jessie McKay, with Beth being the final elimination. She also got the most eliminations. 58C- is decent. The participants were Beth, Celeste Bonin, Christina Von Eri, Jessie McKay, Melissa, Mickie James, Rosita, Sarah Stock, Taylor Hendricks and Vida Scott. I think with the Knockouts division, I really do need a second show just to give more of them a chance to progress and really just develop and improve and get over. So we'll see how that goes over time. But Sarah Stock is improving her Rumble skills, as is Rosita. Because there is a lot of good, exciting knockouts there. I just think they kind of need to get over before anything really happens with them and before we can put proper faith in with them. The camera then picks up Amazing Kong intently studying a backstage monitor, and she was watching the match. I just put it as Melissa and Mickie James because that was a heel and a face combination. And that gets a 65C, so that's building up for their match at Blood and Thunder. And the match had some good action, but not much in the way of heat. Mr. Anderson defeats Gunner in 6:07 with a mic check. Simple match, just putting Mr. Anderson over, getting him some momentum, and the 56C- is okay, nothing great. Again, just try to put him over. And then after it, this is much better. The match is over, Mr. Anderson is celebrating, Hawkins looks angry and jumps him from behind, throwing a series of wild overhead shots. Mr. Anderson fights off the attack though, and returns the favour, forcing Hawkins to rethink the attack. After a solid blow by Mr. Anderson lands, Hawkins tumbles out the ring and heads to the higher ground of backstage. So Anderson's won his match against Gunner. Hawkins is trying to get a wee upper hand on him, but Mr. Anderson sends him packing. A 78B segment for two mid-carders is good. I say it's going to be the transition of getting Anderson over, and then in turn of that getting Hawkins even further over, so we can eventually start getting Hawkins towards that main event and eventually being possibly the cornerstone of this company. A video airs showing Jacob Goodnight is only a 58C-. That's really disappointing. That was to kind of hype up him via Eric Young. Adam Cole has an interview by Velvet Sky. She's going to be a new kind of mouth person. I just think her ring skills are poor, but she's good in the mic, so I thought we'd give her a chance. Only a 64C is disappointing. She came across very underwhelming. He came across well. No skill improvement, so we'll need to see what we're doing with Velvet Sky. Maybe that's not a position for her. But the match itself didn't disappoint, and about it featured great action and a good crowd. Adam Cole defeated Shinsuke Nakamura in 17:39 by pinfall with the Florida Key following interference from Harry Smith. A 78B. Adam Cole's improving his Rumble skills, so that served its purpose perfectly, and that hopefully will start to get us up a wee bit. Then Mr. Anderson has an interview with Velvet Sky in which he goes off on a rant about how much he hates Hawkins. Shame it was only a 62C. That Velvet's improving her acting skills. We'll try and work in Velvet. Maybe over time she'll get good at the role, but we need to obviously groom her into that position. And then it finished the show, and about it featured great action and great heat from the audience. CM Punk defeated Harry Smith in 18:17 by pinfall. We had GTS, 82B, the champion reigns supreme. CM Punk's improving flying and performance skills, so that's even better. And Harry Smith's done his job there. Perfect match. Well done, boys. And overall, a solid 82 show somehow. I think that main event saved us in the opening. I think Punk basically just gets our ratings. But it increased their popularity in 17 regions and hopefully continues. The steady improvement we keep making ever since Punk's come in. He's certainly try to take us to the next level, and I think as soon as we get to National and a couple more guys are interested in joining us, then I think we can go from strength to strength. I think we really do need that second show. I think that's the one thing I'm dying for, is a second show, just to kind of give more people opportunities, build more stars, because you have that one show and you're like, oh crap, can I really use them in case it affects the rating? And we try to grow, but we'll see what happens here. We really struck gold with the show, so we've been getting a lot of them. WWE extension rumour, it's just for one of the guys there, that's cool, one of the referees. Quick look at the emails. Pick TV, I'm not interested in picking us up. Nick Nemeth, we're trying to steal Dolph Ziggler. If that comes off, that'll be awesome. Harry Smith is feeling the grilling schedule, and the rating jumped up from a 699 to 730, so that's how vital it is that we stay with Spike TV. Quick look at the size. Mid-Atlantic's went to 66 C+, so that's over it now. Mid-South is getting there, so that was good progression. I think we'll maybe do one more show in the South East then to try and progress up the likes of the Mid-South and Mid-Atlantic, get them comfortably over the 65. I think they have to be at least 66, so at least if we get Mid-South over, then we can start working in the Midwest, and then we'll plough everything into the likes of Northwest and Great Lakes. So it's all looking good, you know, hopefully positive. I'm not too sure how we're going to be doing financially this month, but I think I might have to eventually take a gamble, maybe lose like $500,000, just to make sure we can kind of survive and take this company to the next level. So I hope you enjoyed the show, guys. I hope you're looking forward to the Go Home show for Blood and Thunder next week, and hopefully I can put forward a great pay-per-view for you guys to enjoy, and then hopefully more storylines that we can get involved in as we get ready to enter 2016. So thanks for tuning in, guys. This was 21 Maxwell, and I'll speak to you all real soon. Bye bye.